Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of On the Other Line Canada. And I'm excited, man. Our co-host this week, Christopher James. Christopher, welcome to the broadcast this week.
Oh man, I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me, buddy.
It's going to be fun, and we've already talked about tomorrow night's topics, dude. I can't wait. I'm like the stuff we've talked about is stuff that we haven't seen on the show yet, which is good. We want to keep that content new and fresh. But with that being said, we have to put you on the spot this evening because tomorrow is going to be jam-packed and people want to know a little bit of some of the stuff we're talking about, but not all of it. So let's just get right into it.
Let's do it.
Let's do your 5 questions. And we're going to start off with open water or ice fishing.
I grew up on open water in CB with my dad. It's tough to beat going out there and just throwing a line in a rushing river or an open lake. I'll take that 100% of the time over the ice.
Considering how ice fishing's going this year, I'm on board with you. We're going to focus on that tomorrow.
God, man, like we were talking, I haven't even had a chance to go out yet this year. I've just been so busy. So I've been living vicariously watching all your viewers going out and hitting the ice. So it's been enjoyable to watch.
Just think all the gas money you saved. That's all I can tell you.
Absolutely. I mean, that generator don't run on farts. You know what I'm saying?
Fly fishing or spin cast?
I am not exactly the most rhythmic dude out there. Us Canadian, country boys that grow up on a ranch aren't exactly well known for rhythm at all. Maybe throwing punches, but not throwing flies. So for me, I'm a spin cast guy, bait caster, even just a bait and weight. But I just can't get in the rhythm of fly fishing, man. I can't do it.
Just because they make it look easy and a river runs through it doesn't mean it's easy. It takes some talent, right?
Absolutely. I have hooked myself with a dry and wet fly more times than I've hooked a fish. So, yeah, I'll float a fly. Don't get me wrong, but I just can't get into that rhythm on it.
Well, I guess we might have to do some practicing. Spring's coming, right? So
I got to get out there, man, and start throwing some weights around,
Agreed, man. Well, seeing as we're picking spin cast, what's your favorite lure to toss?
For me, it's tough to beat the rock hard stuff, Todd. I noticed your hat too, buddy. The rock
Twinning
hard jigs are just fantastic. I like throwing like a little swim bait on underneath them or behind them, or a 5-diamond Len or red devil. Those things, they're tried and true. I love the dimple patterns that Len Thompson's put out, and it's almost as good as throwing a minnow for me, man. Like I usually hit them on the 5-diamonds for sure.
Such a popular lure. I bet you almost everybody has that in their tackle box.
And
if they don't,
size, and same as like a Mepps Aguila or anything along those lines. Like for trout, man, like I'm pretty sure everybody has a Mepps in there and a 5-diamonds or a red devil for sure.
I won't even bring out my tackle. I've got a little bit of everything, as I'm sure you do as well.
Oh yeah.
All right, question number 4. We've been talking about it a lot on the show. We've been seeing a lot of questionable handling techniques. We've all been a part of it in the past.
Oh, yeah.
It happens, but what's your top fish handling tip, or what's your experience?
Don't bass, thumb, pike, and walleye. Trust me, it don't work out. You end up getting taped on your finger pretty quick. For me, I like to keep them wet, so I'll kind of bring them to shore with my net and just try and keep them in the water as much as possible, especially if it's not something that I'm going to take a picture with. If I'm going to take like a trophy, I'll keep them in the water, get everything ready, pull it out, get the photo, put them right back in. But you don't really want to play around with like their bladder or keep them out of the water as much as you can. And for the love of God, don't let them flop on the ground. All right, just keep them wet, keep them safe, and let them go for you to catch another day.
Let them grow, man. Absolutely.
You got it, man. Let them go, let them grow.
I agree. Question number 5. Now, I'm not going to put you on the hot seat like I did Bryce last week.
No worries.
For anyone that doesn't know, you were on Naked and Afraid. So were you more naked or were you more afraid?
Let me tell you something. As the first Canadian male, I had to go out there and represent Canada. You know what I'm saying? So I was definitely afraid that I was going to let down the nation. However, I will say this, in the Baja, I came across 5 wild horses, and I was just waiting for some narco El Chapo-looking dude to come out there and tell me to get away from them. So I was very naked, but there were points where I was afraid getting stalked by coyotes and cougars, I'll tell you that.
Well, I know we're going to talk about it tomorrow. I already told you I couldn't do it. I mean, from the naked standpoint and the afraid standpoint,
It's
a
all
few
good,
things.
man. I didn't last 21 days, so I couldn't do it either. So it's all good.
Well, tomorrow night we'll talk about how we're going to be able to get you back on that show. And like I say, man, we're so stoked to have you on tomorrow night. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got Adam Turnbull joining us towards the end of things, and just a lot of stuff to chat about. So, Christopher, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. Everyone join us, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and we are going to have an awesome show.
Right here, guys. Right
it's
here.
going to be
Don't
fun,
miss it.
man. Tuesday can't come soon enough.
I hear you.
All right, Christopher, take care, man. Nice talking to you.
You
You
too,
bet.
man.